Joachim, how important is culture for diplomacy?
Culture for diplomacy is totally essential. Everything we working with at the embassy is culture. We combine so many things related to food, to literature, to theater, to music. And we see also that culture is something that binds us together more than actually showing the differences between people. And that's what we do at the embassy. We work to actually be closer to each other, to have diplomacy that actually the goal is to actually work together more than actually show differences between people.
Do you think that trade can benefit from culture and culture from trade?
I think that's absolutely an essential question. Trade can very much profit on culture and the other way around. We see that more and more that you can't really isolate these two issues regarding how to make results regarding both trade but also culture. Something that we are looking at more and more from the Swedish government side is to actually intertwine these two issues, and we see also good results. More and more we see that we have to work in different ways. There is a different time area now. It's not like it was in the 60s and 70s anymore, and everything is more or less intertwined. It's globalization.
So do you think that culture is also important for gender equality?
I think culture can actually help gender equality in so many different ways. That's also something that we are looking at and working with at the embassy. All our projects are more or less intertwined regarding how to mix culture with gender equality, and also see that we have a purpose to make different angles regarding gender equality, not just to say that there is a gender inequality. It's actually something that we are working more regarding to see in a different scale how to measure these things.
Joachim, you're the father of 5 children, and
Yes, I am.
congratulations. What is equality for you?
Well, looking at my children, all 5 of them, I see that they're very different. They are different between boys and girls, but also between girls and girls and boys. So everyone, I think, makes a mistake if you see that everyone should be more or less alike. Everyone is a little bit different. It's a lot of things that unite us, but in some ways there are so many ways that we have to see on each and every one of us like individuals, and start there and develop as a father or a mother every child from their possibilities. So in some ways I think we do mistakes sometimes, that we more or less say that we are alike, of course, but everyone is a little bit special, and that speciality in every child you should cherish.
So when you pass on your knowledge to your children, do you refer to them as sons and daughters, and the knowledge that you are trying to transfer to them, does it depend on that?
I try to do many things. Of course I see my children as sons and daughters, but also as individuals, and it takes time also to see how children are developing, in which way they are actually choosing their lives, and to have a hope that you can actually choose your life yourself, that you have ways to choose, that you have hope that actually follow your dream. That is something that every parent should actually support.
Being a Swede currently living in Serbia, do you see any segment of life where the inequality between the sexes is mostly visible?
Well, there is differences. I can see there is some differences regarding that in the family life, if I compare with Sweden, it seems like the culture in Sweden is that you divide the workload at home a little bit more. I would promote all men in Serbia and in Sweden, of course, to divide between men and women the responsibilities also when it comes to the children. I was at home with my one of my children for 5 months, and I think that was actually one of the best times in my life. And I think everyone gains on this, that actually divide workload between men and women, and also the responsibility when it comes to the children. I think children love to be with both parents, and that is something I really would like to promote.
So why is it so important that the fight or the advocacy of equality is divided between men and women? What is that? Is it that men can explain more thoroughly when it comes to equality than women?
Yeah, you said fight, but I would like to see it as a combined work together, actually. We can't really live without each other. Everyone will gain, actually, to help each other as human beings, not just as man and woman. We can, of course, as men, help women in the homes much more to take more responsibility when it comes to raise our children in a way that also look a little bit forward than backwards. I hear some stories sometimes that the sons in the family are a little bit more praised in this society, and for me it would be better to in some ways treat boys and girls more equal for many reasons. I think every responsibility in every family would be to boost the confidence and the ability to actually do what you would like to do in your life, whatever, if you're a girl or a boy.
Thank you, Joachim.
Thank you.